Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, October 5th, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Cloudy skies, more rain coming. Man, we're going on 2 weeks of non-stop rain every day. Thunderstorms, oh, it's just unbelievable. Hopefully raining season is over by the middle of the month. Alright traders, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to go over some indices, numbers, charts, and news. So we'll get right to that. First, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I have to tell you, I do record this during the Asia session. Traders, I started trading in 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career in the great state of Florida as a paramedic firefighter. Traders, I came to Thailand 9 days later for a 3-month vacation, and well, 8 years later, I'm still here and love trading Forex. Great time zone, great people, great country, great place to retire, and just kick it back and enjoy trading. And I don't know, I think I work harder with this career than I did my other career. Not sure. It's a pretty close second here, but having a good time. Traders, I'm always looking for opportunities and probabilities so I can win my trades. How do I do that? I look at technical charts. I'm a technical trader. I look at candlestick patterns. I look at support, resistance. I use Fibonacci's, and that's how I enter and exit my trades, and I'm always looking at higher time frames. Traders, also, I have a very big interest in fundamentals. So I listen to fundamentals. I do not trade the news. I did not trade NFP. I basically sit back and watch, and then about 45 minutes to an hour after the data, I will go in and trade it. So I do not trade the numbers. For those of you who do and are good at it, congratulations. I wish I had that skill, but I absolutely stink at doing it, so I don't do it. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get to legal stuff. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's head over to the news. Well, let's talk a little bit about NFP. NFP was pretty funny. Came out with these low numbers, came out at 142. They were expecting over 200,000. And from what I read from my news feed, Trade the News, what I read was that the interest rate increase in 2016 is a go. Will I think it's going to happen in October? No. Do I think it's going to happen in December? Probably. I think Janet Yellen really doesn't have a choice but to raise them. I think she's got too much credibility, and if she doesn't raise them, basically it won't get raised until we get a new administration. That means a new president, which is in 16 months, and you know that's basically what the story is. So I think they made a mistake by not raising them before, and now they got to save face, and they're going to have to do something, and I think they're going to raise rates. That's what it looks like to me. Could be wrong. Pretty interesting. Let's go to the euro dollar but before we do that, let's talk about the indices. Sorry, guys, girls. The Dow 30 closed up 1.23%. The S&P 500 closed up 1.43%. The Nasdaq closed up 1.74%, and the small cap 2000 closed up 1.45%. So in New York afternoon, everything recovered, and price levels on the charts actually came all the way back down pretty much to where they started from, such as the euro is back at 1200. So it's kind of weird, huh? So let's take a look at today's calendar. We do have some data coming out today. High impact data. We have in the London session, we have Great British Pound House Services PMI. They're expecting 56. Previous was 55.6. And I would say they're probably going to get it. The pound's doing pretty well. ISM non-manufacturing PMI coming out in the U.S. session, and they're expecting 57. Previous was 59. So that's what they're expecting in New York. There's some medium impact data you should be aware of. Just keep an eye on that. So, during your trading day and keep your economic calendar up close. All right, let's take a look at the euro. Here's an interesting pair here, as we can see, the big blue NFP candle. That was what had happened during NFP over 100 pips. And look at, I would say 60% of it came back down. And here we are, we're back at 11. Oh, 12.19. We're at 12.19. So here we are at 12.19. We're looking to get in at 11.99, and we're going to take this down to 11.54. And, you know, that'll be a nice 50 pip trade for us. You know, this just needs to break through this 200 EMA, which I don't think is going to have a problem. It's at resistance, the daily pivot point. Pretty easy trade plan. Nothing difficult about this trade plan. We've got some data, so we should have some price action to move along. Asia had no data to move anything. Asia was very quiet today. Okay, let's take a look at the pound. The pound is still bearish. It had its up move, of course, from NFP. But look at the pullback here. Pulled all the way back down. Now we're above this pivot point. So this concerns me. So the only way I was able to fix this was stick a trend line in here. And let's get a bearish candlestick formation outside the trend line, and we'll sell it. Now we know we're going to get a bounce here. So what's going to require this is a big stop. And I normally don't talk about stops, but you just can't take this at a bearish candlestick pattern from the trend line. You're going to need to give this like a 30, 35, 40 pip stop, because this is going to bounce off this daily pivot point. Then you got the 200 exponential moving average, which I'm not too worried about. Price action really hasn't reacted to the 200 on this chart. And we want to take this all the way down to 51.30. Once we pass the 200, we're free to go. And this should drop pretty nicely if we get some dollar strength and some pound weakness. And we do have pound data coming out today, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie popped up a little bit here. And in Asia, it looks like it's working its way back down again. Let's get below this daily pivot point, retest it, and we will take it. And no, I'm sorry. I have put a resistance line at 0.7054. I'm looking for a notch up and then a notch down, and expect a bounce at the daily pivot point is what I meant to say. And we want to take profit at the 200 exponential moving average, which is at 0.7025, and that is a nice 50 pip trade. You can't do anything where we're at right now, traders. We are right in the center of everything. There's nothing to go here yet. You don't have enough pips to the upside, and you don't have enough pips to the downside. So it's just sit and wait till London Open, or an hour, 2 hours before London Open, and I take a look at your charts and see what we got. Let's head on over to the Euro Aussie. Nice down move here. Look at this move to the upside. This is what we call a V formation. This is basically price jumps up one candle and then jumps all the way back down to where it started. So I would expect this to continue and resume the downtrend. Now this is the Euro Aussie, so it might and it might not. It could bounce at this 58.96. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping this just continues down, and we'll take profit at the S1 pivot at 57.89, and that should be a nice trade for us today. All right. Wow, moving right along today. Nothing really to report on a Monday. You know, I call it Observation Monday, because we're just going to see what's going to happen here. Here we go with the Euro Yen. It's bearish, folks. It's bearish. It's in this nasty range. We got to get out of this range. I'd love for it to pop up to this daily R1 pivot and then come back down, but it doesn't look like it's going to do it. So I put a trend line here. Let's pop this trend line. Then we got this fight with the daily pivot, a support line, and then the 200 exponential moving average before we can get down to about 133.98 to take profit. This is not on my watch screen today. This looks like a very hard trade today. I would just leave this alone. I wouldn't even, I don't know, I'll scan at it today, but it's definitely not on my top priority list to look for an entry. This just doesn't look sweet at all. Okay? All right, let's take a look at our final pair, which is the New Zealand dollar. And I stuck a resistance line at the top of the chart here, and we're moving right along up to this resistance line. Then I'd like to see a bearish candlestick formation, and let's head back down. You know, I didn't see any New Zealand news come out, but there might have been. I might have missed it, but I didn't see any. I don't know why this is popping up all of a sudden. This should be heading down. So I don't want to buy the New Zealand dollar, folks. I want to sell the New Zealand dollars. If this pops up, it pops up. It's going without me. But we're coming into resistance, so there's no reason to do anything except sell this. So we're looking for bearish candlestick formation. I'd love to get in at 0.6455, and we'll get in at 0.6425. And, you know, unfortunately, that's not a lot of pips, but it is what it is, my friends. This is another pair that's not on my list today. It's a Monday, folks, and it's a Monday after a drastic NFP day. So price action probably is going to be very slow today. Not a lot to do today. I just scan your charts, and I wouldn't sit in front of your charts for 10 hours today, that's for sure. It's just going to be one of them sloppy days. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilder, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining me on a Monday, October 5th, 2015. Traders, always remember to trade smart and trade hard. Until next time, have a great trading day. Grab those pips. See you next time. Bye-bye.